Hi everyone, it's Molly. Welcome back to my little corner of the internet where I discuss all things books. This week's video is a super exciting little reading vlog. This week was actually a really good reading week for me as well. I dived into some books that I've been anticipating for the longest time, and I just brought you along with me for the ride. We did a bunch of family things as well this week. There's some personal life bits in there as well, and there's a lot of book mail which I may end up showing you too. So strap in, grab your snacks, I'm sure this will be a long one. I'll see you on the other side. It is Monday, first day in our weekly vlog, and I'm super excited to bring you guys on the journey with what I get up to this week. I love watching weekly vlogs, so I thought it'd be super fun to do one on my own, to bring you guys along with me on what I read and what I get up to. I haven't got any really exciting plans this week, bar going out on Sunday for Sunday dinner with Dan's family. I've got a week of work, so I'm going to take you guys along the journey of what I get up to, and of course there'll be plenty of reading as well. This morning you will have seen that I finished my most recent read, which was Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. This book was so good. I decided to rate it a 4-star. It's a dark romance, it's spicy, it's a stalker trope, and Hayden is such a possessive and jealous man, which I love in a dark romance. The only peeve I have about this entire book is that Kindle lied to me. When it said I had 15 minutes left, it was finished. I was ready for those 15 minutes, but I've told myself that I am not allowed to carry on with the second one yet until I finish my second book that I'm currently reading, which is Sweetpea by S J Skuse. I've only got an hour and 40 minutes left of that, so my plan is to get that read today so that I can then start the next book, which is Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. I've actually got some exciting book mail coming today, so I'm excited to share that with you guys too. So class this vlog as a realistic day in the life, what I managed to read in a week, / book deliveries, / just a bit of Molly. Let me know what your favourite read of the week was, what you're currently reading, and hopefully you enjoy the vlog. I wasn't joking when I said I had a lot delivered today. So let's haul it together. I'm scared I'm going to drop it. So we'll start off with this box that I've already opened up, and this is actually from a company that I rep for, which is Beyond the Twist. Beyond the Twist are dedicated in giving you guys the cutest bookish merch ever. I already have a bunch of their things in my collection, including this dark romance bookshelf buddy. My Kindle grip is also from Beyond the Twist. I ordered 2 mystery bags, and I won a fair few things alongside that. So let's see what I've got. First of all, I've got a new bookshelf buddy, and it says Endless TBR Book Club. I love this. The colours are very me. And this is going to go in the bedroom on the thriller shelf. This one's a favourite. It says Dead Inside, but reading helps. I think this is iconic. And it's going to go on the dark romance shelf. I've got some coasters. I've got the Cozy Mysteries Book Club. And I've got the Romantasy Book Club. I love these because they've actually got the grippy bits underneath as well. And I know that Dan loves his thrillers, so I feel like this is giving his and hers. I love them. I've got this wristlet, if you know, you know. And I'm torn between using this for my keys or for changing it up for my Kindle clicker wristlet. I've got 4 pins. We've got the Smutty Book Club one, the Love Triangle Book Club, Brother's Best Friend, and lastly this Jars of Books one. I'm so excited to rock these on my new denim jacket and my bags. I won 2 books. I got Reckless by Elsie Silver, which I do already have and have read, but I loved it so much and I'm really excited to gift it on. This is a cowboy romance, and I'm a sucker for a cowboy romance. And then one that I haven't read that I'm excited to read is Hot Hex Boyfriend by Carly Bloom. I'm going to have this on my TBR for witchy season, and I'm so excited. And lastly, I've got some bookmarks. I've got the Once Upon a Smutty Book Club bookmark, which is actually a club that we have over on Facebook, so I will leave the link down below. My new personal fave for whenever I'm reading a dark romance book, and it says Reading Something Unholy, the Be a Good Girl and Spread Those Pages bookmark. Another new favourite is this Cowboy Romance Book Club one. And last but not least, all I want for winter solstice is a bat boy underneath me. And I don't know if she'll be watching this, but Erin, I'm saving this for you because this is you all over. So as you can imagine, opening that up literally felt like Christmas Day. I am so in love with all of my products, and of course I'm so excited to be working with Beyond the Twist in future, so stick around for some exciting news regarding that. I will leave a link to the Facebook page and the website down below. The next thing I'm so excited to haul is the Catherine Cowell series. This starts with Fragile Sanctuary, and apparently this is meant to be a romance with trauma. It covers some heavy topics, but I've not seen any of my friends read this and rate this lower than a 4-star. So we've got Fragile Sanctuary, Delicate Escape, Beautiful Exile, and lastly, Broken Harbour. These are genuinely some of the prettiest books I own, and I have actually got the first 3 now on Kindle because they've been 99p for the past 3 months. Keep an eye out for those Kindle deals, guys. They are so good. But I knew I needed to have physicals, and when they arrived floppy, I just knew I'd made a good investment. I managed to get these on the Books to Door live over on TikTok, and I believe I got them for £26 for all 4, including free shipping. I couldn't have said no. So these are my babies, and I'm so excited to get started into this. And lastly is this gorgeous PR box from HQ, which is an imprint of HarperCollins. You may be able to see a sneak peek of what you think this might be. So starting off, we have got a note from the author, which is Laura Dockrell. You may know her for her book I Love You, I Love You, I Love You. And this PR box is in celebration of the paperback release. It's a testament to the unlikely leads in romance. It's a manifesto of joy and nostalgia. It's a love story to the past, to simpler, unfiltered times, a hug of a book that invites a phone call to old friends, a pore over photo albums with the best music playing, but mostly a reminder to be kinder to our younger selves and say, I love you, you are actually great. I'm so excited to read this. So in my box of goodies, I've received a little postcard, and I think that is so gorgeous, so I'm actually going to go and put it on the fridge. We've got a little bookmark, and I love how we've got the characters on the top. We've got some snacks, an absolute throwback. We've got a flump. I'm going to have to hide all of these because Dan is always prone to taking my snacks. If he sees this, he is going to say that I also steal his, and I would be lying if I said that wasn't true. That's not the point. We've also got some chocolate hearts, and we've got some love hearts too. Not to mention this gorgeous tote bag in the colours of the paperback itself. It's also one of those tote bags with a really long handle, which is perfect for carrying all the heavy books. So I'm definitely going to make the most of that. I love it. Thank you so much. And lastly is this gorgeous finished copy of I Love You, I Love You, I Love You by Laura Dockrell. And if the email was correct, it has been signed by Laura herself. She went into the offices and signed these books specifically for us. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. It sounds so good. I am so excited to read this, and I'm so beyond grateful for my gorgeous box as well. The fact that it's signed is even more special, and yes, I'm just very excited, so thank you so much for all the goodies. Well, that was an unboxing and a half, wasn't it? Feeling so blessed and so grateful. If I was to tell baby Molly that she was working with an author full time, she receives mail from publishers and authors, and she gets to work with so many amazing small businesses, she genuinely would not believe it. Being very blessed, very grateful, I'm very happy. Plan for the rest of the day, I need to update my Goodreads for my latest read that I've just done. I'm going to do some editing on this video so I can actually keep on top of it during the week. I want to pick some books that I want to make sure I read this month. I'm going to be filming that for a video tomorrow, which you will have seen last Thursday. And then I'm going to be going live at 7 o'clock this evening over on my TikTok page, which I'll link below, to host some reading sprints so that I can try and conclude Sweetpea by S J Skuse. It's going to be a lovely chilled evening, and of course I'm going to bring you along with me. So we are back in my little reading corner, and as you will have seen, I just had my little reading sprint session with my group on TikTok, and it was so wholesome. We managed to read so much over the course of 2.5 hours, and I may have been sneaky and showed them all the haul of everything I showed you guys earlier. I had so much fun, and I managed to finish my book too. Sweetpea by S J Skuse was the most unhinged but hilarious book that I've read in a long time. I'm so excited to now watch the TV show. I will be dragging Dan to watch it with me, and I'm really excited excited to pick up the next one. And next up, I'm going to be completing the Possessing Her duology. So Now You're Mine is the second book, and it is around 220 pages, I believe. I'm really excited to get into this. I'm going to start it this evening. I'm just very excited to see where this goes. On the live as well, I also shared my 6 books that I'm hopeful to read in June. You may have seen a little clip of me picking them up from my shelves earlier, and I got the group to decide which book I prioritised for this week's vlog. And to be honest, I'm not that surprised by the winner, that being God of Malice by Rina. I'm so excited for this book, but equally just as nervous. This book has been highly anticipated, and I'm a massive lover of dark romance, so of course I don't want this to flop. I've heard mixed things on the writing style, and I really hope that I work with it. So yeah, my reading plan for this week is to complete Now You're Mine, and then I'm going to dive into God of Malice soon after. I'm now going to get into bed because it's getting a little bit late, take my Kindle with me and see how much I can get read before I fall asleep. Being completely honest, probably won't be that much. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. It is my lunch break, so I thought I would pop on and chat with you guys and let you know how my day is going. So this morning I have been focusing on our socials, getting the posts up and scheduled for the next couple of days, and at the same time, brainy little me had a look on Spotify and saw that Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges audiobook is available to listen on there. So I've been multitasking, working and getting through my book at the same time. What can I say? I believe I'm literally like 60% of the way through already. Am I enjoying it as much as the first one? I'm not too sure, but it has picked up and there is a lot of like mystery behind the plot on this one, which I do really enjoy. Before I go back to work this afternoon, my plan is to now quickly film my YouTube video, which goes out this Thursday, which you would have seen last week. My plan is to discuss all the books that I read in May and the books that I hope to read this June. If you haven't seen that video already, I will link it down below. And then once I finish work later, I'm meeting Dan, we're going food shopping, and I believe we're having a takeaway tonight, which I'm very excited about. I believe I've actually got a chance at finishing Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges, which is really exciting, which would then mean that I get to start God of Malice by Rina. Don't know if I'll make it that far today, but we'll see. That's me for now, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit. It's a little bit later and I am so cold. That is why I've had to change into my hoodie. I'm obsessed with this hoodie. I've had a couple of compliments on this already, and I've had it for less than a week. It is the Good Girls Read hoodie. Also says it on the back. And it's just the comfiest hoodie I own. I'm a sucker for a hoodie, and this one just makes me feel so good. And this one is quite definitely my favourite. I have pretty much finished my tasks that I needed to get done for work today, and I have just done my thumbnail for my wrap-up, which will have been uploaded. Dan rang me at lunch and asked me if we still want a takeaway tonight. Of course I said yes. What a silly question, my darling. Plan now is to write a to-do list ready for tomorrow, carry on listening to my audiobook, and I guess start editing my video. Well, I am the most excitable little egg right now because my delivery of my brand new tripods arrived. So originally I was using this. It's just a really cheap, easy, fun time that Dan got me for my birthday. If anybody heard that out of context, they'd be concerned. But I decided to get a little cheeky upgrade because my other one is starting to die on me. So let's open it together. Oh, it comes in its own cheeky little bag. Oh my god, it's got a leveler and everything. It is. Oh, this is cool. So evidently it goes bigger. That's what she said. Well, this is a lot fancier and it looks so much better. It's a lot sturdier. I think I paid like £12 for this. Absolute bargain. I am buzzed. There he is, the man of the hour. Hello, hello, hello. You ready for food shopping? To stock up on meals because at the moment we're not doing so good on meals. We've decided we're going to go rogue and make our own curry at some point this week. Yeah, Mum, if you see this, look at us branching out. It can't be that difficult. We've got all the ingredients. No, not crunchy. I like smooth biscuits. Do you prefer crunchy?
I don't mind.
No, I'm a soft girl. Smooth like butter. My favourite aisle. Look at him, he's so well trained. You know I want 2 bags. And Dan's favourites are, what are you going with? He normally goes for sweets, but he's actually being really good at the moment because he's got a bunch at home that he's not at yet. Our favourite aisle. To be fair, I came the other day and the selection's actually pretty good at the moment. Okay, it's looking a bit barer. No, but this is the one that I was looking at the other day and it actually sounds really good. So we've got a few choices here. What have you found? Oh, I love that one so much. I recently got this and I'm really excited for it. I really didn't enjoy this book. And then the hardbacks. Oh, another favourite. I don't think there is anything here for us today. Dinner is served. I have gone for a beef fried rice with vegetarian spring rolls. Dan has gone for chicken fried rice with curry sauce on crackers, and we are going to be carrying on with Widow's Game. It's a film on Netflix we started the other day and we're enjoying it, so let's go. Okay, so we just finished The Widow's Game and overall we really enjoyed it, didn't we? Yeah. It's definitely not one of those films where you've got the plot twist at the end or anything that's crazy. You kind of know where the story's going right from the start. But overall, if you had to rate it out of 5.
A strong 4, I'd say.
I was going to say 4. It was good. We really enjoyed it. Struggling to film properly because Dan is just So I'm now going to sit and I'm going to try and finish Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. I have about 2 hours left or so hiding there, mainly because I told him I can't. I'm struggling to film when he's directly looking at the camera, which is so funny. But so far so good. I feel like this is giving 4-star energy. I'm really excited to finish it though and see how it all ends. It's getting quite twisty, and then my plan is to start Legacy of Gods tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous though. So now it's a little cozy reading session in bed and the night. The alarm goes off in the morning. I just want to cry. It is Wednesday. I finished the audiobook of Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges and I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's my new all-time favourite stalker romance. I think because the books were quite small, it didn't go into too much depth, but if you're looking for a short, funky, fresh time, then I think you would really enjoy it. And then, as I was about to go to bed, I got a cheeky email and safe to say, I got very excited. I have been sent the arc for Kingsley Kincaid's new dark romance called Sweet Sin Slaughterhouse. The name in itself, 10 out of 10, honestly. I got so excited. Kingsley Kincaid is the icon for erotic horror. Yeah, erotic horror. I got so excited that I started it. Part of me last night was like, oh yeah, I can definitely read this before bed. It was midnight. I was feeling delulu. However, apparently I did read 14%. It's only small. It is 132 pages. I read 25 pages. And yeah, very exciting. So what I'm actually going to do now this morning is I am going to write a to-do list for the day, do my skincare because my skin is hating me. We've got a little friend here. I haven't named him yet, but I don't like him and he's hurting. So we need to sort him out. We need to put a little patch on him. And then this evening, after I finish work, I will have a chance to start God of Malice. And I'm very nervous, very excited. But yeah, let's go. So I thought I would quickly check in. I'm currently just posting and scheduling some bits for Tracy on her socials whilst having some breakfast. Before I started working for Tracy, I never even really tried a cinnamon roll. I am one of those people that gets really scared with new foods. She bought me one morning and I have loved them ever since. Just a sign that I do need to start going out of my way and actually trying new things. But because I finished Sweetpea now this week, I've decided I want to start watching the TV show. So I'm halfway through the first episode and it looks like it's a completely different storyline. I probably could have watched this a lot sooner. There are some similarities and some subplots. I mean, our character is very much still our main character. She seems very unhinged and she wants to just unalive everyone. I'm excited to see where it goes. It's on Sky Atlantic. And I believe there's like 6 episodes. So I didn't actually pick up Sweet Sin Slaughterhouse. But for now, I'm going to just crack on, get all these posts filmed, scheduled, and carry on watching Sweetpea in the background. So it is mid-afternoon now. I've pretty much finished all my tasks for work and a cheeky little delivery has turned up at my door. At this point, I will happily admit I'm obsessed and I am not ashamed of that. So of course this is from Beyond the Twist. This was when they had some of their deals going on and I knew I just had to take advantage. Oh my gosh, it is even cuter in person. Thank you card. Stop. Oh my god, I'm actually so excited. So the first thing I ordered is another one of those shelf buddies and it's going to go on my thriller shelf. I have a bunch of romance bits and I wanted to venture out into other genres. And being a massive thriller lover, this just felt right. So you receive the buddy and its little stand. Simply pop it in and there she is. Oh my gosh, I love it. It says Murder Mystery Book Club. This is going to go so well on the thriller shelf. I will show you in a second where it's going to go. And this morning I have actually ordered a new Kindle insert. I'll pop it here. And I just felt like I needed a new pop socket to kind of fit the theme. So, of course, I absolutely love this one. This is the Dark Romance Book Club. But of course, I have been very much in a certain era for the best part of May. And I wanted to be able to rep that on my Kindle. So what better way than to get a Mafia Romance Book Club pop socket. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, I love it. It is so cute. These are so handy as well because they are magnets. So you get given the magnet ring that you just pop on your case. So I will save this for when I get a new clear case and you literally just pop it on, push it off, pop it on. It's like my new obsession. I just know these are going to become collectibles and I absolutely love the ones that I've got. Of course, I will leave their shop down below. I'm so excited. So in the bedroom, this is where the thriller shelf is. Ignore my messy colour station. But I actually did do a little reorganise of these shelves not that long ago. And then this was where this little idea came into play where I knew I needed one of these to go on here too. I have got my Thriller Queens book club mug, which holds a lot of the bookmarks. But I feel like it will just fit in perfectly right there. I love these so much. They're so cute and they just make a great addition to the shelf. So I have finished work for the day and my mum has asked me if I can pick her up shortly. So my plan is to sort myself out, actually get changed, actually make myself look presentable for leaving the house, and before I head out I'm going to quickly film myself reacting to the first 2 chapters of God of Malice. This is mainly for Read with Mills because she has told me that she needs my reaction for these 2 chapters. If you don't already follow her, make sure you do. She's on TikTok, I'll link her down below. Both her and Hayley from Good Girls Read are very excited. Cannot believe that I haven't read this series yet. Honestly, neither can I. I'm going to sit down with my copy and read the first 2 chapters, then go get my mum, and then I've set up a live for this evening and I'm going to do some more sprints with my friends on TikTok and I'm just going to have a really chill reading session. So I'll come back to you guys after I film my video and let you know my initial thoughts. Well, now I know exactly why everyone loves this book. I have just sat and read the first 2 chapters of God of Malice by Rina and I am so freaking excited. Not only am I excited for this book because I'm loving the vibe so much. Now, yes, I might have ordered the rest of the series, but I did it because it was an absolute steal. The 6-book series and a free tote bag for 30 quid. This in itself cost me a tenner. Obviously, I don't want to go into too much detail about this book, but those first 2 chapters are so intense and sexy and just, I think it's actually quite disturbing me explaining how much I'm enjoying it because then I think people are going to question me and question my character and question my morals. However, I'm so ready. Sign me up. It's going to be incredible. I just know it. I'm now so excited that I'm going live tonight to carry on with this baby. I have also got the Kindle version. You know when you're ready and committed and locked in for a series, you get both editions. When I go and pick up my mum in a minute, I'm going to take my Kindle with me with a new pop socket so that I can carry on with this bad boy. And then when I get back, I'll be carrying on with the physical. So excited. Prepare for non-spoiler 3 thoughts as I read through this throughout the rest of the week. Oh, it's going to be a roller coaster. I know it. Okay, I am back, fresh-faced, as you can see. I actually did carry on reading a tiny bit of God of Malice, but we've actually got a little friend today, haven't we? Come here. This is Ollie, my partner's dog. We love him so much. He is a cross of a Pomeranian Chihuahua and Jack Russell, so he can be quite yappy, but he is actually with us this evening, and you may be in the next few clips depending on how much I film. I am running behind on my sprints. Whoops, just see his little tail here. I can see you. But my plan is I'm gonna go live in a second. I'm gonna carry on reading God of Malice. He's just getting comfy for the sprints. I'm gonna see how much I can get read on my sprints, and then I'll catch up with you guys before I go to bed. And just like that, a full evening of reading sprints is done. I had so much fun with the group tonight and I genuinely miss it already. I am quite tempted to do the same tomorrow depending on how Dan's feeling. He is really under weather at the moment and it makes me sad. Whenever he's not feeling good, it just makes me sad. Hello, I'm coming to bed now. So I'm about to go to bed. This little one is calling me for some cuddles, aren't you? I'm just going to quickly tell them about my book, okay? Is that okay? I have been continuing on with God of Malice and I have reached chapter 13. I've read 159 pages tonight, and let's just say my experience so far has not been disappointing. I have loved every single second. Killian Carson is an absolute animal, but an animal that I am absolutely falling in love with. He is incredibly unhinged and I'm so excited to see what roller coaster this book takes me on, but so far so good. I've updated the Kindle up to my progress and I'm going to leave it by my bedside so that before work tomorrow I get an hour or so read before I start. I'm just loving this book so much and I'm so glad that I ordered the rest of the series today. I just feel like it's going to be an adventure and a half. So I'm gonna get some beauty sleep and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. I am so tired. So it is now Thursday and today is gonna be a very busy day for me. Not only is my latest YouTube video going out, I've also got a very busy work day and I am absolutely shattered. I'm just putting my hair mask in, so we're gonna have a little chat while I do this. I managed to go to bed fairly early, but at the start I was really struggling to settle, and then I think it was about 4 o'clock that I woke up and it was just not a fun time. I will admit though, Ollie was so cute. He was so snuggly last night and I definitely needed it, but evidently waking up early did not do me good because I do not remember Dan leaving this morning. So I'm gonna have to message him soon and be like, hey, have a good day. Granted, this does not make me look incredible, but it does so much wonders for my hair and the smell is just divine. So my plan for today, I'm going to write my to-do list as I always do each morning. I'm going to crack on with my work tasks and carry on watching Sweetpea. And then what I think I'm going to do is on my lunch break, I'm going to finalise my edits for my YouTube video and get that scheduled. If you haven't seen that already, make sure you go check it out. And then I believe I've got some packages arriving today. Of course, when do I not? So I will save those, and then once I finish work, I'll come back, we can have a catch up. I won't look like this. I'll look a lot more human. I'll have had a shower by then, so we'll be okay. And we can have a nice catch up, and then we can settle down for the evening. And I'm going to carry on with God of Malice, and I'm so excited. So excited. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. much later in the day. It is now actually 10 to 6. Dan is home and we're going to spend a bit of time together before I go live. I washed my hair after work. I'm feeling so much more fresh. And as you will have seen, I actually hauled 2 books today and I'm so excited about them. The first one is Older by Jennifer Hartman, and this is an age gap forbidden romance. Apparently it's meant to be quite emotional as well, so I'm really excited for this one. It's a lot chunkier than I expected, but it's got the most gorgeous sprayed edges. And I read Still Beating this year, I believe, and I loved that one. So I'm really excited to carry on reading more of Jennifer Hartman. And the second one is one that I need to get to before next month. So this is actually going to go on my list of books that I need to prioritise for June. And that's Leave Me Behind by Kaya Morinova. Hayley from Good Girls Read has not stopped raving about this book. I was quite simply sold by the book cover alone, but this is a dark military romance. And it turns out that Kaya Morinova is going to Rare London signing next month, which I will be going to, which I'm so excited to vlog. And of course, I'll want to have read this before I go so I can get it signed by the author. It has gorgeous artwork in there as well. And both of these were actually gifts from Dan, so thank you. I'm very excited to read them. So if anybody's actually read these or hasn't yet and wants to read them together, then let me know. I am so excited to carry on reading this evening. I am so ready to do some sprints with everybody. I've not read any more since last night's sprint, so we'll be starting from chapter 13 tonight. I think I will set myself another goal to try and reach potentially page 300, so another 150 pages this evening, which I think is quite manageable, so we will see how that goes. Zoe's back and we are now going to spend a bit of time together. We're going to carry on with our jigsaw, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because apparently we're now jigsaw fiends. The last time we did a jigsaw together, it didn't actually go down that well because Ollie ate the last piece and we couldn't complete it. And we've had a bad taste in our mouth ever since over that one. But we're apparently determined to do this one. Yeah. It's a bookshop one as well, so that's quite cute. And are we going to watch a TV show while we do it?
Yeah, and sign them up though.
Yeah, if anyone's got any good recommendations for like true crime or even just like drama shows, right? Yeah. Then let us know down below because we do like those. And then 7 o'clock reading sprints, and I've said that I'm going to try another 150 pages ish and reach page 300. What are you doing?
It's going.
Right, okay, anyway, I'm going to go now and do the jigsaw with the child, and then I'll catch up with you guys just before sprints. Good morning everyone, it is Friday and honestly I'm so glad for the end of the week. I don't know if you can see the bags on my eyes this morning. I did not sleep well last night. I actually had a big fat cry after sprints. I just got triggered by something and it just made me feel a bit low. I think I managed to get like maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep. But what I ended up doing, ooh, cue the sun. What I ended up actually doing was going down a TikTok hole of mentally trying to prep for Rare London. So if you don't already know, Rare London is a romance authors and readers convention and it is in London this year, and guess who got tickets? I am so excited to be going. It's on July the 5th and there is going to be just under 300 authors attending. That is stressful, especially for an anxious girly like me, but Tracy is going, so I feel like I'll have a bit more prep, which is really handy. But last night I went down a rabbit hole of figuring out what authors are going, which ones are ticketed, because you have to go and get wristbands and all of that jazz. There was a lot to it, so I've started my prep for that, which is making it super close. I haven't really got any plans today bar work and then just getting my life sorted. Today's plans thankfully aren't as crazy as yesterday. I do need to put a clothes wash on though while I'm working today, because we have just abandoned all our laundry this week and it's starting to pile up. You're not hear about my laundry, you hear about my reading update, and that is of course about God and Malice. I am now on chapter 22, which is page 294, and last night's chapters was something else. I loved the reading experience that I had of this last night. I've also just uploaded my reaction to the first 2 chapters on TikTok this morning, so I'm intrigued to see what everyone thinks about that. But my plan is to get work out of the way. I'll probably put Sweetpea back on the background while I do that. I need to take a picture for my Instagram account. I think I'm going to do the Catherine Cowell series. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. And then I am back doing sprints this evening. I have loved doing sprints this week. Tonight will be my 3rd night that I've hosted, I believe, and I've just had such a fun time. Reading sprints are just so sweet and cozy, and everyone is so kind, and I just like being nosy and knowing what other people are reading. And I always read a lot more in the evenings when I'm hosting sprints than I would if I was just sat reading on my own, so really excited for that. Actually, I also need to start editing this vlog, because when I tell you the amount of unedited footage I have got, it's actually ridiculous, and my phone storage is starting to hate me. So my plan is to start editing that down a little bit. I'm having the best time filming it. Let me know if these are the kind of videos you guys like, because I'd like to do a couple. I'd like to film one every now and then. I think it's quite nice to have like a little day in the life, and I'm definitely going to be vlogging for Rare London as well. So I'm going to get on with my daily tasks, and then I will check in with you guys later. Okay, so it's not actually been a hot minute since I actually spoke to you guys last, but this guy is so morally dark. He is morally black. This guy is the darkest that I have ever come across, and I'm so here for it. My impulse got out of control, and I know because I contemplated choking her to as she was falling apart on my So what? Now, Killian is a very morally dark person. We're seeing his obsession with Glyndon come to life, and the funny part is she has no interest in him at all. There was another girl, Cherry, who was giving him all the attention and saying that she could meet his personal needs FYZ, and he just doesn't care because he wants the one thing he's not allowed, which is Glyndon. And Glyndon's like, no, not interested. However, he just takes what he wants, and take he does. It's a dark book, but I'm having such a fun, funky time with it. I'm excited to see where it goes. So decided after feeling a bit more perked up that I'm actually gonna go live, so I'm just setting up now. Also making us some burgers because he's an absolute angel. I'm still gonna try and read all of this book tonight before I go to bed. So we will see about that, but I'm gonna start off by putting some lo-fi on, brushing my hair because I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, which my mum would love to say. Yeah, it'll be nice to just catch up with everybody, so let's go. Oh my god. This book is so good. I am genuinely obsessed. I have got about 90 pages left. I just finished my sprints. I was yawning. There is no way I'm going to bed until I finish this, but I've decided I'm going to pick it up on the Kindle so I can get rested. But I just had to come on and just say this is making me so emotional. It's really sweet. It's still spicy, but there's just a lot of there's a lot of heartwarming moments going on. I think for people that have read this series, they'd really appreciate the fact that you get the POVs of the parents. Receive Glyndon's mum's POV, and at first I was like, who the fuck is Astrid? Then I clocked and I was like, oh. And I'm wanting to say that she is one of the parents that you get the POVs on from the previous series, because obviously the Legacy of Gods is the second generation of the previous series. So I believe we must get the romance between Glyndon's mum and dad in one of those books. I really want to read that at some point. But oh my god, I'm loving this so much. I love Killian. I love his character development. I love their relationship so much. And I'm really loving the mystery between the other characters. You can definitely tell that there's certain things going on behind closed doors that we don't know about yet. It's going to unravel in their personal stories. And I'm so excited to venture into that. Like I said before, my delivery of the rest of this series is arriving tomorrow. And knowing I will have finished God of Malice before the rest of the series comes gets me so excited. I now know why people binge this entire series, because I genuinely could do the same. At the moment, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna rate this a 5-star unless anything changes in the next 90 pages. I'm gonna love and leave you guys for the evening, and then I'll catch up with you guys in the morning and give you my final thoughts on what I thought. Happy Saturday. So today it is raining outside, it's miserable, but I certainly am not, because I finished God of Malice and this book was so good. I ended up rating this book a 5-star, which is my first 5-star of the month. And it definitely took a turn at the end that I just didn't expect. The book is definitely pacey, there's a lot going on, it's very intense. But at the end, like I said last night, it got me really emotional, but in like the best way. I'm going to be going live and reading more because I feel like they're really encouraging me this week. So I'm actually going to go do that now. But first, this morning, my order came, full set of The Legacy of Gods. I ended up getting my copies from Books to Door because they were doing a flash deal on their live. And I believe I got this for like £33, including a free tote bag. So far so good. I then see the babies, and here they are. Tote bag that came with the order that says "in my book talk era," which is so cute. I can never say no to a tote bag. God of Ruin, God of Pain, God of Wrath, one that started my entire journey, God of Malice, God of War, and God of Fury. I am so excited about these. So one thing I want to do today is I actually want to reorganize my bookshelf. I know, I don't know why. I just feel like I'm wasting certain space on certain books when I could be showcasing things that I really love. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go live for a few hours. We're going to figure out what book I'm focusing on for the next 2 days and get some reading done, and then I'll check in with you guys in a few hours, and then we are going to start working on this shelf before I go live again later tonight. And we are done. Not gonna lie, that took me a lot longer than I expected, but I'm quite happy with it. Do you like what Mummy's done? Do you like it? I do need to find where I'm gonna put those, but that's a problem for another moment. I'm now gonna get set up, go back live, do my skincare and read for a little bit longer before tea. As an overall, we've got my romances over there going into the darker, and then my series. So overall, really chuffed with it.
Good job.
What do you think, guys?
10 out of 10 is that book.
Thank you.
Plane is ready to leave. I can't tell you where you're going. Peter is asking if he can please turn off the lights in the apartment. I'm shit scared.
Good morning. So I was going to give you guys a good morning update, but it turns out I just have a little man that wants to stick with me the entire time. So I guess, Ollie, are you joining in on the update? So Ollie is very attached to me. If he has anywhere to sit, it will be on my lap, won't it? Yes. And before we head out for a carvery, I thought I would just give you a little bit of an update on the Pucking Wrong Number. We didn't actually go live for the second time yesterday. We ended up watching some TV, which was really nice. But I have carried on reading, and I'm now on page 163 and I'm on chapter 20. My plan is to finish this today, and so far I'm really enjoying it. The characters are really fun. The plot is super fast paced. Oh, sorry, is it not fast paced enough for you because you're yawning? It's super fast paced, and overall I'm really enjoying it. So today's plan is we're going to go for a carvery, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to host some reading sprints, catch up with all my online friends, and yeah, I'm just going to have a really nice reading night. This is the last day as well on the vlog, and I feel like this week has just absolutely flown. But I've got so much content to edit as well, so I think I'm going to take some time tonight to start on that. But yes, when I finish this will be my, I want to say, 4th book of the vlog. I expect to read as much as I have, but God of Malice was a super fast read, and then this has been as well, so I feel like we've chosen really well. So I'm going to read for a bit longer, then we're going to go out for some lunch, and then I'll check in with you guys when we're back. Okay, so after the car, we managed to convince the team to go to Asda. You excited?
So excited.
So we are just checking to see if they've got any of these in stock. I'm so hopeful that they do.
Me too.
Oh, fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed. We got it.
She's got it.
I'm so excited, you guys. Just best Asda trip ever. The fact that I walked in not expecting this and I'm walking out with it makes me so excited. And of course it's got the Mario Kart world, so got some flowers and some drinks. And I am on a late work trip tomorrow, so we're gonna get settled and cozy for the night and play our new console. Here she is in her full glory, and honestly I'm gonna have to put it down while I show you because it is so heavy. I have just downloaded the Mario Kart World. I'm so excited to start playing it. First impressions, I'm loving it. It is such a nice build to it. I know there's been a lot of mixed thoughts on it, but I'm honestly so in love. Lighting is incredibly poor, but that's because I'm using my lamp. It's getting late and I am at an early start tomorrow. I'm going to Tracy's for work, so I have to leave here at like 6 in the morning, and then it's a 3-hour drive. I do a full shift and then I drive another 3 hours home. It is a long day tomorrow, so I've got my audiobook at the ready, but I'm now deciding I need to be good and I need to sit and read because I feel like spending the entire evening on this is only going to give me a headache. When you're driving so long, that is not a good idea. The screen is absolutely incredible and it's just been so fast just back into it and downloading everything. It is so fun, and yeah, just a massive upgrade from what we've had. We've played the new Mario Kart World this evening and that was so much fun. I'm just really excited to see all the new games that they come out with over time. Now it's time to carry on with the Pucking Wrong Number. I would like to get it finished this evening, if not the majority, and then I'll listen to the last of it on the car ride tomorrow to work. I'm gonna sit now, I'm gonna read my book, and the next clip you'll see is me on Tuesday where I'm looking a bit less gormless like this, and I'm gonna give you guys a run through of all the books that I read this week and what I rated them, and just a general outro to the vlog. So it's now Tuesday when I'm recording this outro, and I am just so happy with the amount of reading I got done in the past week. I feel like this was an incredibly successful reading vlog, and although I forgot at times to record, I also didn't want to force myself to film, and I was just in the moment. It was also a very realistic week in my life in that sense, but I had so much fun filming. I really enjoyed the books that I read, and I thought we could go through them together and have a little roundup. So in total this week we read 3 full novels, and we also finished a book that I was just finishing on Monday, so in total 4 books. The first one that we completed was Sweetpea. I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is perfect for anybody that likes their dark comedic thrillers. So glad I finally picked it up because it had been on my shelf for a hot minute. I just started watching the TV show, as you would have seen, and I was really enjoying that so far. So in the end I rated this a 4-star. The next book was the second in a duology, and that was Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. I did really enjoy this one. It was a really nice end to the duology, and I did really enjoy the characters. The Possessing Her duet is a really good dark stalker romance, and I did very much fall in love with Aidan. Solid stalker romance recommendation all round. Then we moved on to God of Malice by Rina, and oh my god, 5-star. I was incredibly skeptical for this series for a hot minute because I'd heard so many people recommending it to me. They said it was so good, the start of the book was amazing, but I was so nervous to pick it up in case it did fall flat for me, and it did the total opposite. As you noticed, I also ended up binging and buying the entire series in full after literally just starting this book. That is how much I was enjoying it. So if you like the idea of dark rival colleges with a lot of spice and a lot of darker topics, I highly recommend you pick up the Legacy of God series. And lastly, The Pucking Wrong Number by C.R. Jane. Now this was a 4.5 star for me. Of course the mic would die at this time, but oh well, we're gonna carry on with it guys, so I'm sorry if the mic quality goes a bit rubbish. But this was the perfect intro to dark romance in my opinion. Follows our main characters Monroe and Lincoln. Lincoln mistakenly texts Monroe believing her to be somebody else, and once she responds and they get a bit of communication going on, he becomes so drawn to her that he becomes obsessed, like literally. Now Monroe has been through a lot of grievances in her life. She's had a lot of personal issues, so the last thing she needs is a guy to walk into her life that has a bunch of red flags. However, he makes her feel a certain way that nobody else ever has, which draws her in, and they certainly start to form a bond or two. This book was action-packed. I loved the storyline of this one. It kept me guessing along the way. I laughed so many times. I just loved the relationship blossoming between the two. It's definitely spicy and it's the first in the series, so I'm so excited to read the rest. It was a solid 4.5 for me and it was a great way to end the vlog. And that is my little summary of all the books I read in the past week. I've had such a ball filming this video and I so hope that you guys enjoy watching it just as much so that I can do some more in the future. Let me know down below what book you have read in the past week and what you thought of it. And I guess the last thing I have to say is I'll see you next time. Bye!